Well, hello. So this is supposed to be my weekly vlog. I haven't really vlogged, and I'm at the venue right now, and we're gonna go in and keep organizing. So I was here on, what day was that? Saturday. Dave and I were here. Our friend Eric was here. My mom and dad were here. Did I record a bit of footage? No. I think my head was just in the game, but it looks a mess, but it makes sense to me. So I like the chaos in order to get it to where it needs to be. So always my plan of attack is get everything out there where I can see it and then kind of go for it. So today, what's on the agenda? Well, I have a bunch of stuff that I'm not selling that either needs to come home with me or gets put in my little storage area for me to deal with a later time. So I want to get all of that moved out. It's not a ton, but I want to get all that moved either into my car. So I backed in and it snowed again. So I'm praying to the good Lord that I don't get stuck in my car. But I think I'm going to be all right. And then my mom brought over a bunch of craft stuff and home decor, like Christmas, Halloween, the stuff that my sister-in-law and sister didn't take. And so I need to get all of that to the other side. I have a room set aside just for crafts, and I hope it's big enough, the room. So I kind of want to get that straightened, and I'll show you some clips and show you the rest of the room. And so then what I thought I would do is on where our mercantile, or part of where our mercantile used to be, I think I'll do mostly vintage, and then the one room with all the crafts. So things like that. Although there's a lot of vintage in the other side too. But most of the other stuff on the other side is leftover merchandise from the mercantile. A lot of home decor from previous stagings. We had a house that we did that was like built in the 1900s that we did in Omaha, and it had a bunch of kind of cool metal stuff, and so that would be good for like upcycling DIYs. And so Dave pulled all of that out. So I've got to clean it all. So today is really about just getting things set out. There's some shelves. It's not going to look like one of my staging sales. It's going to be more like a very, very pretty indoor yard sale. And staged as well as I can, but it's not going to be as pretty and fancy as my staging sales usually are. And then after that, then I'll clean everything kind of as I go and then price. So I think my mom's going to come another day and help me as well. So that is basically it. Get my stuff that I'm keeping out of the way. Carry everything over to the mercantile side for all the vintage stuff and all the crafts. And then start getting things out of the totes and the boxes and putting them where they should be. So let's do a little less talking and a little more working. So here we go. See you in a second. Here we are. So I'm sitting at my desk, which I haven't sat at for ages. And this is part of what used to be the mercantile. So where we had the shop, and I had retail, and we'd have girls' nights, and I'll give you a little tour, but in front of me is a door. We put up a wall and split up the mercantile. So where my office is back behind the wall. There's a kitchen and kind of just a gathering space. So when we had girls' nights or girls' parties and we did crafts, we would have them in there. And then we put the wall up because we didn't really need that much space, and we weren't doing the mercantile after, quarantine. So we did a lot of remodels. But the reason I am not on the other side is because I just turned the heat on and it's still kind of cold. So I thought I'd give you the lowdown. I'd show you around this space, what we'll work on for a little while until it warms up. And then I'll give you a tour of the whole space and where we are right now and what I need to do. And hopefully I won't give you guys anxiety. But this to me is like my happy place. I love nothing more than having all of this out, an absolute mess, and then putting it all and make it pretty. I did have to stop and get myself a iced tea, which is a really bad idea because it is afternoon and I usually don't do well if I have caffeine in the afternoon. But I figured I needed it. So let me switch you around and I will kind of tell you what we're going to work on, what my plan is, and I'll even show you what we're keeping, which is, I don't think, very much. So let me know what you think. And then I have some questions for you too, because I want your input on several things. So stay tuned. I thought it might be better if I started at the front door. So I'm at the front door of the Mercantile, and I'll just I'll take the counterclockwise route. So let's see, this little tote needs to go home with me. That's Zenny's bed. This is a piece that I picked up for next to nothing, and then I think my mom painted it for me, and that I'm keeping. I did measure, and I think it will fit in our family room, but I don't know if it will look good, and I don't know if Dave will be thrilled with hauling it. And then I have some lamps, random lamps. I think we need, that shade has something on it. I think we need a couple at the acreage. So we'll sell the ones that we don't. Now this piece, this is not ours. This is fantastical. What I wanted to do with it was put it in our workout room, which is in our basement at our house in Johnston. However, it does not come in, it does not come apart. And I don't remember how we got it. We bought it from a guy, he had it in storage. But I love it because there's so much, there's so many little spots, and all of our weights would fit in it, but it's going to stay. We are going to keep that. All of these beds, look, it looks like the Princess and the Pea. These we used, it looks like somebody was playing Nerf gun wars in here. Those are all mattresses we used when we staged. And so I want to leave them here until we get everything in the other room set up, because I think I'm going to set up several beds and kind of display them. Maybe. It depends on what I end up with. So all of those will end up going. And then this little shelf, I think I'll show you where the craft area is, and I think that's going to have to be moved in there. The only thing I have over here, well, there's two totes that were probably previously Mercantile stuff that I need to go through, and then this suitcase has a few things that need to go on the other side or display. This is all bags and things I can use to display, as are all my wire baskets and these wooden boxes. So, yeah. And then there's my little desk. This I'm going to, I don't know what I'm doing with this. I love the desk, but I don't know. Anyway, this piece is awesome. And that I'm keeping. I think I'm going to put it in the storage room and keep it there. I don't know. But, okay, coming around here. The bookshelves are going after the sale, or if they get sold. If they get sold with stuff on them, I don't know what I'll do with all the stuff, but whatever. The only thing that's staying is that sofa, the Chesterfield, and then some things over here that I'll show you. But blue velvet sofa, which I love, is going. All the pillows are going. The rocker is going. I mean, it doesn't really look like I would normally stage it, but it's what is left. The chairs are going to go, I'm pretty sure. This stuff we're keeping. I'm hoping my mom, I love this piece. I'm going to take off my shoe and I can show you. It rocks. It's very mid-mod, and I love the color, and it reminds me of my grandma's house, and it is super, super comfortable for me because it's short. And then that is a piece that my friend's sister made and that we bought, and those two we bought a long time ago. They don't look it, but they are the most comfortable chairs. So I don't know what I'm going to do with this space right now, but I just pushed this stuff over here. Lamp, it probably will go. I don't know. And then this piece is staying. This is the piece. I bought at a auction for $90. And it's on rollers, thank goodness. But Dave and Eric were at the auction with me, as well as some of my friends. And I just couldn't let it go. Like, no one was bidding on it. And it was perfect for display for the mercantile. And I love it. So it is staying. And they don't want to move it because they had to move it. They ran into town. I don't know where they went or what they did, but they weren't there to consult. So I bought it. But I love it. So that's all that's staying. And then this table we bought when we were going to, I needed a table at the bungalow that we sold. And so I bought this, got it all staged for Airbnb, and then somebody bought the house. So, you know, that always happens, but that's okay. This little table and two little chairs, my sister made for Demi when she was little, so that will keep, but everything else goes. Barbie, United Barbie. I know, I really kind of want to keep it, but I'm not going to because I don't have any place for it. So into the area that we're staging, that's just cardboard in there because of the brightness, but I'll take those down when we actually have our sale, and it keeps it a little bit warmer in here too because the heat is always down really low. So I'll just show you. Nothing has been staged, nothing is ready to roll, but oh, and that little table, those drawers are actually tables. So it kind of goes with that orange chair, and that I'm keeping too. I bought that. My mom redid the legs and painted it and put all the handles in. I think I bought that thing for like $1. And then she redid it. It's really super heavy. I love it. All of this stuff, all crafts. I got a Xyron. Those are all like kids' aprons and like t-shirts, and there's pillowcases that you can paint on there. And this is all full. These are all from my mom. They're all packs of paper. And then I gave her this a long time ago. I had it in my craft room. And then I moved to the house we're in now. And then we finished the craft room, and I didn't need this, so I gave it to her. Now she's redoing her craft room, so she's selling that, and then that's all paper in there. There's a couple pieces of art that I did. It's kind of whimsical. This one has little brooches and a little saying on it. Yeah. I'm not a real huge artist, but I like to do it, and that's all that matters. I said that the other day. They're like, in each one of those packs are like 3 suitcases, so they're great for decoupage and such. They're not real sturdy, but I bought them for camp for the kids, and that was what I had left. That's all things that need to go. Okay, I've got wallpaper books. Now, these are too big to ship. But in a second, I'm going to show you some, and I'm debating, and I need you guys to tell me if I should bring them home and sell them on my live sales. And I have a feeling what you will say, but I don't know. All right, so then all of this is stuff that I had bought, needs to be brought, not bought. Well, apparently I bought it at some point. All of it needs to be sorted into like kits and things. I've got all kinds of candle making supplies that are still on the other side that I need to bring over. That's full of crafts. These were in my storage. I've had them for a million years, and somebody needs to do some DIYs with them. Okay, this is what I have, and they're about, I would say, probably 12 by 11, and about 2 inches thick. But I mean, yeah, you'd have to pay for shipping, but they're like, this one's not very heavy. I don't know. You guys tell me, because I care about, if you guys can use these and you would pay shipping for these, I would rather sell them to you on the live sale, just because. And then I have a bunch of stacks of, these are fabric samples. So those I think would ship okay too. Oh, there's some There's a little bit of the candle stuff. So that's everything. Oh no, we got more. Those are all journals. We use those for a retreat. And I think I had to buy so many of them and I didn't use them all. So now I have all these blank journals. So if I don't sell them, some of you might be getting some. These as your free gift with purchase. But that's full of items that I need to do as well. And then, like I said, I think I might, I don't know how I'm going to do it, but that might be too, that I'm pointing and you can't see it. That shelf might be too deep to bring in here. So maybe I'll just put it somewhere else. And then I have some bookshelves in my, where I keep all my other stuff. So what I think I'm going to do while I'm waiting for it to warm up is I'm just going to put you guys on a little, I love watching those videos too. Why do I always say slow-mo? You know what I'm saying? I forget it every time. Time lapse. And I'm going to go through, I need to go through these blankets and see what I'm selling and what I'm keeping and what I'm taking home to sell. So I'm going to do that. And then I might dig into those. There's 2 totes underneath here. So here we go. All right, I thought I would show you quickly what I'm thinking. These mostly were all quilts. However, should I keep this? I forgot I bought this. I bought it for display, knowing that it was not a blanket. But it's kind of cool. See if I can get it over my head with my hat on. I kind of like it. It looked like a tablecloth. I don't know. I might have to keep it. Give me the vote. I can't get it off. Oh, I could take my hat off. How about that? I'm gonna get it stuck on my hat and my glasses. Don't look at my hair. Oh, okay. So I think I'll have to keep this. And it is wool. So I'm gonna have to, it's been in that bag for God only knows how long. Oh, goodness. Oh, now my hair's all frizzy. Okay, so this quilt is beautiful, but it's rat-a-tat-tatty. And so normally, like I have a lot of quilts that weren't mine, that weren't family, that we use at home. This one, however, is in bad shape. My thought is I should do some digitals because it's beautiful. It's all feed sack fabric. And then make it into journal covers and sell the journal covers. What do you think? See, look at the ends of it. And then there's like that. So I don't want to put that out for the kiddos to use because it'll just get ripped even more. There's some rips already. So that one, craft project. This one, however, is, I need to look up this pattern. This one is also in pretty bad shape. Like as far as the blocks itself, some of them are pretty bad, but I could probably sew these two. This could be, I don't know, it's not that dynamic though. I don't know. We'll put it in the craft. There's rips in the back. It's pretty bad too. Okay, again, not one I would use for home use, but, or I could just sell this. I could sell the whole thing on one of my live sales and say, hey, I'm selling this. Here's what I would do with it. Now, this one, I did see that there's one little, I don't know where I got this. But see, this is what well, I guess I wasn't saying this to you guys. I was telling Heather Elizabeth at Antique Agenda, like for a baby gift, if you had somebody who really loved vintage, this is, I mean, it's in perfect condition minus the little bunny Abbott. Here, let me put my glasses on so I can see you guys. See, right there. But I think I can get that out. It is just so cute. Look at those kitties. So this one, I think I could sell if I can get those little stains out. And even if I didn't, if somebody, I mean, I would use this. I would wash it. And if I couldn't get the stain out of it for my kiddo, I would be fine with that. It's adorable. All right. Well, so far I'm not selling any. Actually, I do have some over here that aren't very important. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4. This is, I love these. And again, this is something, we did glamping here. So a lot of like the buffalo check and these wool blankets. This one is not wool. And usually they have this one doesn't, but you know, sometimes they have the ribbon blanket binding. Yeah, there you go. But Dave loves these. So that's going home. And then this, I'm trying to figure out what this is. It is so, it's like, I think this might be king size. It's huge. But I can't figure out where it came from. Oh, maybe it's a duvet cover? Okay, I had no, it's not a duvet cover. It's from Frontgate, made in Portugal. 61% bamboo, 32% cotton, and 7% cashmere. And I'm like, hey, I get hot at night. And bamboo is supposed to be cooler. If this is a king size sheet, I don't care that it doesn't match my fitted sheet. It's going on it. What do you know about Frontgate? Anything? So, I'm going to put this in my take home and wash pile. And then this one is the last one. This is kind of a crazy quilt. And it, again, is not in perfect shape. And it's tied. So I probably would not sell this. See, look, big. So I'm thinking, here, photos. It's in really bad shape. You know what? This one might be, I'm just going to look at this side well. This might be one of those that's just better to cut apart all of the, this would be great to sit by the TV and just cut out all of the fabrics, because there's some really cool fabrics, and just use it, the scraps, for crafting. All right, well, we got 3 craft quilts. We have this one I'm going to take home with me too. See if I can clean it up. This Dave is going to want. And then we've got, I think this one, I didn't want that to get. I think this one I'm going to put over on this sofa, since I have some of these turquoise. I'm trying to just, I have like 1,000 pillows. All right, so I'm going to put those back in the craft bag and see what else I can find to do. I think I'm going to work through those 2 boxes, and then I'll check in with you. So I'll be back. All right, we're going for a little tour. Okay, so right here, which we won't go in there, but that's where the kitchen is, where my old office used to be, and a just kind of lounge area. And then there's a little handicap accessible ramp. And then this is the hallway. This is Mrs. Smith. She's huge. She is from Natchez, Mississippi. My uncle was lived there and was/is an interior designer, and I think he got that from I don't know where he got it. He did a lot of mansions, like big old antebellum homes. I'll show you the bathrooms. So we have this one. We did them all kind of different. We used, you know, furniture. This is the boys' room. These are all photos my mom took. And we have that I did. And this one has, looks like the door's open in there. But it has the copper sink. You can tell I don't come in here. Okay, we're gonna go out. I'm trying to do this so I don't make you dizzy. And then back out here, there's Mrs. Smith from the opposite way. This is the bar, which I'll show you from the other angle, but because Dave's got blue tape so nobody goes back there because nothing is gonna be for sale. And then this bathroom is, this is the one that we added the shower. It's what the brides always used. And then the main room that you guys have kind of seen before. So let me show you what I've done so far. All right, I had bags and bags and bags of pillows and pillow covers. So I tried to just, for right now, my mom and I will probably change this 100 times, but I just put things that were kind of the same. The Christmas ones will probably go with the Christmas area, which I'll show you in a minute. Some art that Dave needs to hang up. I kind of want to keep that, but we'll go cool in our bedroom. I don't know. So we're not selling this furniture. This has been here. This we always keep here as kind of a lounge area. And then this was, we always had the high tops next to the bar. We've got this. I think our friend wants this. If he's getting it, he's getting all the records too. I don't know. If not, if you know somebody who wants one. So then there's the bar. That's another piece of, this was street art that my mom took a photograph of, and it's one of my favorite pieces that she did, and then I had it blown up and framed. So we got some lawn darts. That globe in the middle lights up and it's spectacular. And then we're gonna turn here. So I'll show you what I've done so far. We're just gonna take the long way around. We have this, I think it's like a bolt bin, but it was in one of our house. Well, it was in the bungalow that we had. So we're selling it. It would be so cute for arts and crafts, I'm telling you. Those, I have some in my, of those pieces. I used them when I staged, and I'm thinking about taking those home and trading out a couple and selling some of them that I had. And, you know, who doesn't need some cups and plates or bowls? So then what I did on this is all stuff. These are all cabinets that were newly acquired. They were not always in here, but my mom has put her name, and they're Eric's, and so my mom wants them now for a craft room. I've never seen someone so excited. But for the sale, we're going to use like the spaces in between. We may even use some of the drawers. There's some that are open right now, so there's that. So what I'm trying to do is kind of put like kind of items to have little vignettes, which they're not all done yet. So there's that. So we got some, there's some more of my art. And then we have, there's some cobwebs outside. Dave took all the icicles. They were huge icicles. So yeah, so like these pieces right here, I used to display. They all need to be clean. Everything has to be wiped down. It's dusty. God. So I've just kind of been putting things out. And then, of course, I love that enamelware pot, which I should probably take home and use outside on my deck. This we used for staging, but this was my kids' baby bed. So Dave's got to put the rail back up on it. Actually, I might not have him put the rail on it, just so I'll make the bed, and then people can get to things a little bit easier. But then I made a little children's spot. I had some things from the Mercantile, like those are angel's wings and a headband, and this is a little crown. They're for and a little wrap. And then these blankets, oh my goodness. They were super expensive. Super expensive. And I will probably mark similar to what they were, because if I don't sell them, I will keep them and use them for baby gifts because they're luxury. I mean, like, I want to cuddle up in them. And then we have there's another one, but it's the leopard. And then those little hats are all made with brooches. And then I'm pretty sure I made them all, not that one. Yep, like this one is made of yo-yos, and it's a birthday hat. And then you can take it off and it's clip. And then this one has a brooch on it, and this one is a big clip, and it comes off. And then these are little baby buds, which I need to froof them up a little bit. But what I do is I make like little flowers out of them. And then there's socks and little, let's see. There's washcloth socks, onesies. This is actually a whale, and it's you can't see, I need to adjust them all. Bath mitt that you wash them with. There's receiving blankets in there. And I only have the boy ones left. I don't have any girl ones. So that's about the extent of the staging, because now we get to I probably should bust out that's a mug in there. I probably should be drinking out of that. This, I think, might go home with me, and what I think I'm going to do with it, because I think it's low enough, is I am going to put it where I do my live sales in front of the TV. I think it's low enough that I can put it there, and then I can put small items in it for each sale, and then I have it all kind of hidden. This all needs to be gone through. That's all home decor. Well, minus the cooler. Dave collects like old coolers and such, so that's his. I don't know. I don't know if he's going to sell it or not. And then we have a lot of old pieces that were like, that was in the building at the joint we just sold. We've got lots of headboards. That one. And then these are really cool. They make really cool tables. But we had more than we needed. And I love that orange color. That orange doesn't show up on here. Then we have this little thing. It's kind of wonkety, so it needs to get sold really cheap. This is not getting sold, and I know you're like, really? It's like Formica top. And look at the bottom is kind of wanky. Well, that is this. You pull it down on the sides, and it goes down to a coffee table height. I am going to paint it. This was my grandma's. My grandma got it from her brother, who used to, look how dusty this is. I told you. Dusty. This, it was in the building that we just, at the house we just sold. But this, my mom redid for me. Dave bought this at his aunt's estate sale, I think. Look at all those books. Now, I use these books when I staged, and I would, I had light colored books, and then I'd turn them the other way, and then I'd use them as risers. So, yeah. And I did get rid of a whole bunch of them. I took them to Goodwill. So, and then there's like 2 of these. Here, let me see. I can pan out a little bit. There's 2 of those. I wonder what they look like inside. These were in that building as well. Oh, these are wardrobes. Ooh, that's kind of creepy. There's a pair of boots in there. That kind of freaks me out. Close that up. Ugh. I won't look in the other one. I'll have Dave do it. Now I can't get it shut. See? This is all the soy and all of the candle making things. There's votives and whatnot. So all of these will be empty, and then I'll be able to put stuff on them. And then I have a couple more high tops that I can use. And they got all dirty. I'm going to have to take them home and wash them all before I put stuff on them. Then there's this. I'm kind of afraid to open it. This one's cool. Let's see. I know this is shelves, but it all needs to be cleaned. That's cool. Unfortunately, I don't have a place for it. Now, this section here, from that hammock thing, all the way over, that tree will be put up. And that whole section will all be Christmas, because I got a lot of it. So the only thing that I'm keeping from all of this stuff is that tree, because I needed it to display. But these are the beds I was talking to you about. Like, I bought these, I'm pretty sure, on Amazon, and they fold up. I mean, this is only probably 4 to 6 inches wide, and you can put 2 of them together for a full size, or you can just do singles. They are great if you need extra space, but you don't want kids or people on air mattresses. And you can put an air mattress on top of that. But we used them for glamping parties, and we used the real mattresses because we had them. All of that back there needs to be arranged and prettied up and hung. I've got lots of windows and doors. And then all of those wooden chairs I used to use for weddings, but I'm like, no, they're just taking up more space, and we're just going to sell them. And then those are all empty totes. That's awesome. This is not our hammock, but I think it's getting sold. Now here, this is all of the apparel that is left. Like, I made bunches of these, for the kiddos, and I've got kind of some cute little things here. And then most of this is like ADM. Well, that's all Christmas. And then this is all we have. Well, here's what you should know. We have Sweet Corn Festival, and we had those made every year. In Adele is Sweet Corn Festival. So this one says, "Aw shucks." And then this one, where is the one that's really funny? Hang on, I'll show you. Oh, maybe I don't have very many of them. Those kind of sold. Oh, yeah. It says, "See you tomorrow." Those who know, know. And then all of this is all from here all the way to the rest of that side is all ADM apparel. So it's going to get priced to sell because we're not in the mercantile business anymore. And yeah, it needs to go. No more storing it. This was all my mom's Halloween decor. I put all of her Christmas stuff with my stuff. I've got more of these plates. This is what I was talking to you about that I used to. That box is really cool. I used to do mismatched. Like, I think we had enough for 50 people. And it would be basically, say, at the end of this table here. And then there would be long farm tables all the way back, and then I would stage it and then use all of these, vintage-esque, but I don't need that many anymore. They all got to go. And I'm betting not a lot of people are going to want these, so I think what I will do, probably in the other room where the dining room is, or dining room, where the dining table is, I will stage it so people can kind of see what it could look like. Now, well, this we need to use for a couple more years. I bought this from one of the gals who had her daughter's graduation. several years ago, knowing that I had 4 graduations, one right after the other. This is the pole to my aluminum tree, and way up there, behind that pipe and behind that curtain, is a loft. And so the spikes are all on like a board. The guy that, or person that had it before, had a long, like probably a 2x6, and then there were holes in each one, and each one is sitting in there like that. So I got to put that back up there. But all of this, and from that sled, which is not vintage, somebody made that. I do have a vintage one. And all the way to those corbels, and then this little thing. I got to go through all of this, I think, before I go home. So I know it's things mostly that I'm keeping, and or like those pillows are all outdoor pillows, and they go with my vintage stuff. And my sister is going to use that, and so I thought, well, I'll see if she wants those. But I just need to go through all this and decide what I'm keeping, what I'm not, and where I'm going to put everything that I'm not. Or that I am, I mean. So that's my plan. And then the next time we're here, my mom and I will kick it hard. We'll get all of the Christmas stuff put up and just make it pretty. So I'll definitely do a time lapse on that, because that will be fun to watch. So it's not too bad. I mean, you can see the floor. That's fabulous. I do have a few things behind the curtain that need to be addressed. But other than that, I mean, I know it looks probably horrible to you guys, but it's coming along quite well. And I'm hoping that once I get this all done, I can just keep bringing some stuff maybe from home that I want to get rid of too. So we shall see. Anybody that sees something that they want, feel free to give me a shout out, and you can shop. Maybe we'll do that. Maybe we'll shop the sale. Maybe we should do that live before the sale, and then I can just pull items. What do you think about that? Well, I think I'm just going to put it on a time lapse, and I'm going to get this corner done, and then we will call this a vlog for the week. And I will see you at the live sale on Thursday. So until then, remember to take time to just be. We'll talk to you soon. Cheers. Oh, wait. I'm going to show you. Well, you know. Okay. Bye-bye.